You've tried budgeting before. Maybe you used an app. Maybe you made a spreadsheet. Maybe you sat down late at night with a notebook in the best intentions you had all year, and by day 10 it was gone. Not because you were lazy, not because you lacked discipline, but because you were using the wrong system from the very beginning. Here is the truth most finance channels never tell you. Most people quit their budget within a few weeks, not because they spent too much. Think about the last budget you made. You sat down and assigned every dollar a purpose: groceries, entertainment, coffee, rent, savings, and for a few days it felt amazing, organized, controlled, productive. Then life happened. Your tire blew out. A friend invited you somewhere unexpected. You had a stressful day and ordered food instead of cooking. Suddenly the budget collapsed because traditional budgeting punishes you for being human. There is something in psychology called decision fatigue. Every time you stop and ask yourself whether you should spend money, your brain burns a small amount of energy. Now multiply that by dozens of choices every single day. Eventually your brain stops fighting. Not because you are irresponsible, but because you are mentally exhausted. That is why the budgeting app fills with uncategorized purchases. The biggest budgeting methods all have the exact same flaw: the 50-30-20 rule, zero-based budgeting, the envelope method, different packaging, same problem. They are all built around restriction. One tells you exactly how to divide your money. Another tells you every dollar must have a job before you spend it. Another literally locks your spending into envelopes and tells you to stop when the money is gone. These systems work perfectly on paper. But paper does not get stressed. Paper does not feel shame. Paper does not have a terrible week and make emotional decisions. You do. Restriction-based systems force you to win hundreds of tiny decisions every month, and the more complicated a system becomes, the faster people abandon it. A great budget is not about control, it is about automation, because systems that run automatically always survive longer than systems that depend on motivation every single day. So what actually works? It is called the reverse budget, and most people ignore it because it sounds almost too simple. Here is the entire system in one sentence. Save first automatically, then spend the rest without guilt. That is it. No categories. No tracking every coffee purchase. No standing in a grocery store doing mental math. Traditional budgets work like this: earn money, spend money, save what is left. The reverse budget flips the order completely: earn money, spend money, save what is left. The reverse budget flips the order completely: earn money, save first automatically, spend the rest however you want. The money building your future disappears before temptation even exists. What remains is yours to enjoy completely guilt-free. It sounds simple because it is simple. That is exactly why it works. Step 1. Choose a savings percentage first, not what feels easy. Not whatever is left over at the end of the month. Choose a fixed percentage before anything else. 5%, 10%, 20% if possible. The amount matters less than the consistency. Step 2. Automate the transfer on payday. Open a separate savings or investment account. The moment your paycheck arrives, a percentage instantly moves into that account automatically. You never see it. You never debate it. You never rely on willpower. You never rely on willpower. It is already working for your future before you can spend it. Pay yourself first is not motivation, it is strategy. Step 3. Spend the remaining money freely. Everything left after the automatic transfer belongs to you. No guilt, no complicated tracking, no shame over small purchases, because the most important part already happened. Your future self already got paid. You are not being irresponsible. You are building a system designed to survive real life. Step 4. Increase the percentage every time your income grows. Every raise, every bonus, every extra source of income. Increase your automatic transfer before your lifestyle expands. This is how ordinary income quietly becomes long-term wealth. $200 invested every month for 30 years at an average 10% annual return becomes roughly $452,000. Not because you made perfect choices every day, because you built the right system once. Now here are the 3 biggest mistakes people make with this system. Mistake 1. Starting too aggressively. If you automate too much too fast, you will end up pulling money back out within weeks. Start smaller than you think you should. Let the habit become automatic first. Mistake 2. Keeping savings in the same account you spend from. If you constantly see the money, you are more likely to use it. Separate accounts create separation in behavior. Out of sight becomes out of temptation. Mistake 3. Only saving and never investing. Savings accounts protect money. Investments grow money. Once you build an emergency fund, the rest should begin working inside low-cost index funds over time. Saved money keeps you safe. Invested money builds wealth. You need both, in that order. Here is your action plan. This week, open a separate savings or investment account if you do not already have one. Set up an automatic transfer on payday. Even $25 is enough to start. Then stop obsessing over every purchase you make afterward, because once your future is funded first, the rest of your spending becomes far less dangerous. That is the power of the reverse budget. One setup, one decision, then the system runs quietly in the background while your life continues. Most people think they need more money before they can build wealth. They do not. They need a better system. Wealth is not built by winning every financial decision every day for the rest of your life. Wealth is built by creating systems that continue working even when motivation disappears. Stop waiting until you earn more. Stop waiting until life feels easier. The best time to automate your future was last year. The second best time is right now.